These are the cards that I pulled for the pre-shuffle. And instead of putting them back in, I feel like I'm being drawn to leave them on the table and to specifically talk about the message that I see that Spirit would like to talk with us about. The first two cards that I pulled were both from an oracle deck, and it was staying focused and surrendering to the journey. So the first three cards that came out, the 7 of coins, the 4 of coins, and the moon. And what I'm seeing is they're asking about bringing awareness to the things that we hold on to in our past. And with this card, the 6 of cups being on the bottom of the deck, I'm feeling like that's going to be a flavor of past that can go back even into our childhood, even into our past experiences, past lives, if that's something that you resonate with. So bringing awareness to the things that are in our shadow, in our moon. You know, the moon is the underbelly. It's the inner workings. And in conjunction with this card, I really feel like that it's saying, let's dig deep and let's take a look. Let's bring some awareness to some of the things that have constructed the way that we believe and see and view things. Because I say view things because the 9 of Swords is here. These are about thoughts, ideas, concepts. And in particular, the 9 of Swords is about negative thought cycles. Right? These are things that keep us up at night. This is the worrying and the doubt and the fears that we hold in our mind. And they want to bring awareness to the fact that these cycles of fear thinking, stinking thinking, is something that we have been taught. It is something that is related to our culture. The way our culture views things condition us from a very young age. And also, right, our family conditions us from a very young age. The card that came out with the 9 of Swords was the Fool, though, right? And this is about new beginnings. And this is also like a childlike trust in the universe. So what I'm being shown here is digging in, staying focused, surrendering to this journey of releasing the things that are not, let's get those cards, that are not in our best and highest good. Some of these negative thought cycles to, again, be more childlike in our way of being and living, to begin again with our life's journey with clarity, right? Bringing awareness to those things and have some clarity and healing. And it's going to bring about, right, a new beginning with a trust in the universe. And the benefits of doing this work are about bringing ourselves back into balance, in alignment with who we truly are, what we truly are, spirit inhabiting matter. It's going to allow us to reestablish this connection, a connection to ourselves, to source, to spirit, to what we are. They want me to emphasize that the effort of doing this work is well worth the outcome. So please, more than Spirit, how best for us? What else is there for us to know about this journey? This journey of surrendering, this digging into the construct of our thinking, of our believing, the things that we have been taught throughout our lives versus the things that we know are true in our hearts. What else is there for us to know here, Spirit, please? What advice and guidance for us on this journey? How best to surrender? How best? I like that. Taking that one too. And as well. There. The work. The effort that's made to become a master of our life, of the journey that we're having, is worth this effort. This effort brings us out of these cards that were there on the bottom. I mean, we have 6 cards that I pulled, and 5 of them are major arcanas. This is an important issue. It's an important and in-depth expression of the magnitude of what our intuitive connection, the benefit of doing this work, the connection to our childlike self, this new beginning of being in an old way, meaning as we were when we were children, to this brings us the bounty of all of creation. It turns this wheel and begins a brand new cycle for us. A new way of being able to live and express ourselves from a very authentic place. And that this authenticity is something that the world needs, right? It needs you to be your authentic self. It needs you to be who we are. Spirit inhabiting matter. Divinity. That is what your best and high expression of yourself can be, is to be you, without the programming. Without all of these presets and belief systems that were instilled upon us in our childhood. We were very innocent as children. I mean, all children are, like a clean slate. And our culture is a version of a program, if you look at it that way, like a computer software program that we give to the children in the culture to teach them the values that we have at that moment in time in the culture, whatever those collective values may be. But it's saying that by doing this work to take a look and to examine some of those belief systems and to determine whether or not those belief systems are in line with your true heart, your balanced and in line desire to question those things and to make sure that you actually believe the things that we were told that we were supposed to believe about how you're supposed to be and who you're supposed to be, what your life is supposed to look like according to your family's ideas. Are those your ideas, or are they someone else's? For us to spend the time to take a deep look and make sure that we're being fair to ourselves. Are we following our hearts, or are we following a stereotype, a designated title that we were supposed to pursue or be? Are we fulfilled? Are we in our creative power? Or are we being led to withhold our authenticity, to be something that we're not, instead something that we're told we're supposed to be? What now, Spirit? For our journey on this exploration into our belief systems, how best, for our highest and best good, how best for us to go forward with this? What advice do you have? What steps to take? What action is it that would serve us best on these journeys into our cultural programming, into our belief systems? What actions to take? Mastering our emotions, right? And leaving some of those things behind that we don't believe in. Some of those things behind that we don't believe in anymore. The belief systems of our parents and of our grandparents and of everyone else around us. Are they truly your belief systems? Right? Using your intuition, mastering that gift of the connection that we have with Spirit. We are Spirit, manifesting matter. This connection is our inherited right. And there's a lot of belief systems around that inherited right to that connection, how that should look, and also who should control it. But who should control it? It is you. You. You should control it. You should master these. Balance the inner and the outer, the spirit and the matter. And it brings what is in line with us. And this card, I'm being drawn to point out that, that kind of, I'm getting a question. What is it that where are your eyes looking? Right? When they're saying, staying focused here, hold the course and stay focused. See how focused he is. And I'm being drawn to, where are your eyes looking? Because she's looking up here. She's looking at her divine connection. And he's just kind of looking around. He's not looking up. He's looking around at the experience here in this physical plane, in matter. And she's looking up at Spirit. And staying focused on Spirit. And your alignment, your connection to your divinity, and perhaps having to surrender a lot of the things that we might have felt like we were supposed to be doing in the material world, in matter. The labels and the titles and the things that we were attempting to try to achieve here for whatever reasons, material gain, whatever reason, that those things can't be found outside of ourselves, that they only exist within, right? The true bounty of our inheritance exists within us. It is the well and source of creation, and we are that creation. So Spirit, for us now, I'm going to get 3 oracle cards. For our best and highest good, our advice, please then, on this journey of our surrendering the things that aren't in line with us. This card, please, for our mind. What best for our mind? What action? What advice? What best for our mind? Infinite abundance. This is what I'm being told, right? This is what our mind, our imagination, our connection to intuition and to our spirit. It's a well of creation, of infinite abundance. And to spend some time focusing on your eyes on the thoughts that you have, of staying focused on keeping those things in alignment with the things that you truly want. That we can think our way to abundance. And we certainly can. To emotional and abundance, to spiritual abundance. But we can also think ourselves right into hell too, with all of our stinking thinking. But for our mind, spend a little time outside. We have 2 hammocks in these cards, 1 in each one. Relax. Be quiet, be peaceful, quiet your mind, and explore these topics of our programming. Find the things that are in line with ourselves and simply walk away from the things that we are not. Then what, please, for our bodies? How best for us to do this journey well with our body? Very much so. All right, I have lie on the ground while you're watching clouds and laugh a big belly laugh. So some outdoor time for sure. Childlike, right? Laugh, play, lay on the ground, watch the clouds, lay in a cot, watch the stars. And what then for our mind from this deck, please, then, Spirit? What then for our spirit? We already have our mind. This is for our spirit. Thought vibrations, right? Resonant choices. Signature signals. How is it? What is the frequency of your thoughts? What is the frequency of your thoughts? Are they over here in the 9 of Swords? Or are they over here? In confusion, many choices and uncertainty. Give me one more. One more for Spirit here, please. One thing that I'm being pulled to, past, on this card, right? The confusion. All right. Oh, now I see. Okay. The confusion about all of the programming that we've had, all of these things that we have been told that we are supposed to be throughout our lives. You know, you're supposed to be this, that, blah, blah, blah. To be successful, it looks like this. Has caused a great deal of confusion for us as human beings, because we're being told one thing when our intuition is telling us another. Somewhere deep inside us, we know that there is something wrong with the situation of our world. It doesn't resonate. We don't want war. We don't want hatred. We don't want violence. We don't want any of those things. No one does. So why are they happening? They're happening because of this confusion. Because we're trying to attempt to live something that is not who we are, something other than our authentic self. We're trying to live up to these ideals of what our family, culture, friends, partners, whatever, ourselves, these ideals that we attempt to hold us to that have been based on a material hologram, a material world. To use our focus to attempt to try to navigate and to follow our intuition, to follow our heart. Because we know what it is that is in line with us. We know what resonates truth for us. And we need to make sure that we are being diligent to staying dedicated to ourselves and our own progress and development, to learn to leave behind the things in the past that aren't serving you. And that can be very deep. It can go deep into our programming. And the reward for doing those things is tremendous. A tremendous brand new beginning in alignment with what's best for our authentic self.